Masterpiece Theater is made possible by a grant from Mobile Corporation.
And next Sunday evening at 9 o'clock on the Flame Trees of Thika, Happy New Year. Staying with conservative Mrs. Nimmo is more fun than Elspeth had anticipated. How do I know? The dial told me so. It lists all of our programs day by day. You can't buy the dial on newsstands, but you can get it by subscribing to Channel 11 with $35. A dime a day for 1 year will bring you all 10,000 programs we broadcast, if you can watch that many, and 12 issues of the Dial magazine. Yours when you subscribe with $35. Now, Masterpiece Theater viewers, please don't take the program for granted. I know it's been on a dozen years, and we think that it will continue forever, and we hope that it will, but there are no guarantees, and there is no free lunch. These programs have been paid for with money from Channel 11 subscribers, and they will only continue if we continue to get those subscription funds. We'd like you to call us right now at 372-1200 to subscribe. 372-1200. Subscribe with the largest amount you can afford, and with what you think Channel 11 is worth to you, what you know it is worth to you. Let me remind you what Masterpiece Theater has brought you for just a couple of its 12 years. Murder Must Advertise, Upstairs, Downstairs, Country Matters, The Nine Tailors, Shoulder to Shoulder, Notorious Woman, Cakes and Ale, Sunset Song, Madame Bovary, How Green Was My Valley, Five Red Herrings, Whole Dark, Dickens of London, I, Claudius, Anna Karenina, Our Mutual Friend, and so the list goes on. And we continue to bring you these programs, these wonderful dramatic programs that have become a hallmark in television week after week after week for 12 years, without interruption. We can only do it with your support. And we're soliciting that support right now during this 10 or 11 days subscription drive. We only do this 3 times a year, and it's necessary for this station to continue in the manner to which you've become accustomed. Call us right now at 372-1200. Here's how much we depend on you, as related by Billy Bremer.
We certainly do. In fact, this afternoon, Joan Cohn kind of coined a phrase. She said, why don't you join the spirit of 76? Meaning, let your subscription dollars join and become the 76% of our operating budget that comes from you, comes from viewer support. This graphic is interesting because it shows Corporation for Public Broadcasting. This means government support. It has dwindled to 7%, and it is going to continue to dwindle. As it does that, your subscription dollar will become even more important. You are the key. That is the theme. Your subscription dollar translates directly into quality programs, the programs you've come to expect here on Channel 11. But as Marty said, don't take it for granted. And don't let someone else pay for your viewing pleasure. Call us at 372-1200 right now and become a subscriber to Channel 11.
We have not a mixed audience, not even a transition audience, because there are many people who watch Masterpiece Theater and also watch Monty Python's Flying Circus. So we have you from the previous program, many of you, and those of you who are tuning in to see Monty Python, which has only been back now for some few weeks, as you know. If you get a busy signal when you call, would you please try our toll-free number, 1-800-528-6600. And of course, if you live outside the Chicago area, please do use that number to subscribe. We'd like to pay for your call. The Dial magazine comes to you with a $35 subscription. If you can afford more, send more. You know what the money will go for. It'll go for great programs. As I was saying about Monty Python's Flying Circus, we were the first station in the country to broadcast that program. And I can recall when we were discussing it, and I was told, I said, well, what is this all about? Well, you can't really describe it. You have to see it. And so we watched a couple of episodes, and we couldn't believe what we were seeing. We were rolling around on the floor. And we had that program on for 5 years, and then it went away. Well, where did it go? We lost the rights to it. When you don't buy a program, you buy the rights to the program. You may keep the tapes if you want to, but you can't put them on the air. You'll be sued. You only have the rights for a certain period of time. And then the rights were withdrawn, and we didn't have it for about 3 years. And people, more than any other program, I was asked about Monty Python's Flying Circus. What are the chances? Can you get it back? I don't know. We're trying. We're trying. We tried for 3 years, and about 5 or 6 weeks ago, we got it back, and it's on again. So all of you who asked me during that 3-year period, Where is Monty Python's Flying Circus? I know you're all subscribers, aren't you? Well, if you're not, now's the time to pay the debt. With the funds we got, with subscription dollars that we got from our subscribers, we are able to bring you Monty Python's Flying Circus again. So right now, we'd like you to subscribe if you're not now a subscriber and help keep Monty Python on the air. How do you get the bucks from you to us? Billy Bremer has the answer.
Well, there's 3 ways to pay, and they're listed right here. You can pay with check or money order, MasterCard, Visa, or American Express. One of the operators was repeating that right with me, and that by far is definitely the easiest way. Have your card ready when you call in so that you can give the number right to the operator. You can also pay in a monthly installment plan. One of the operators will briefly explain that to you when you call, but the most important thing is to get up out of the chair, over to the phone, 372-1200.
If there is a bigger Monty Python fan than my son Paul, I haven't met him yet. Paul, by the way, is working out in Elmhurst at WKDC, which makes me very proud. That's his first radio job. But he's a great Monty Python fan. I'm sure he's watching right now. And he was one of those who said to me, when are you going to get it back? How come you don't have it on the air? Everybody likes it. Well, almost everybody. And we have it back, and we're going to continue to bring it to you. We signed a contract. I'm not familiar with the details, but it's going to be on for some time with subscriber funds. If you're not a subscriber and you love Python, you should become a subscriber. You should feel ashamed of yourself if you're not a subscriber and you've been watching the program and you've been moaning about it and beating your breast about it because it wasn't on the air. You should become a subscriber. Or next time, you'll just have to be quiet. We won't listen to you. Now, a lot of the phones are going, and if you've tried to get through and you've gotten a busy signal, don't be discouraged. You can wait a couple of seconds and try again, or you can call our toll-free number, 1-800-528-6600. As some of the, what is the character? I can't think of the name of the guy with the handkerchief on his head in the 4 corners. What's his name? It's been so long. Whisty. Yeah. Puts the bricks on his head and he says, subscribe! My brains hurt! I don't do a very good imitation. If you ought to see Paul, he does it. We want you to subscribe to keep the Pythons on the air. And Dave Allen, which follows. I'm very fond of Dave Allen. Not personally, you understand. I never met the man. I'm fond of his kind of humor, which is perhaps a little more subtle, only a little, than the Pythons. So Dave Allen will be coming on after that. And then, of course, Doctor Who and the 2 Ronnies. Where do you find a Sunday night lineup like that? Nowhere. And where is the Sunday night lineup seen? All over the place. Billy has the answers.
This is our viewing area. Our transmitter is atop the Sears Tower, and from that vantage point, we are able to broadcast an area 80-mile radius, as you see here. We are also carried into 300 other communities in the Midwest via cable broadcasts. We know you're out there, and we know you're watching. I wish you could feel the energy that's going on in this room right now. It is really quite exciting. I'm sure that Marty is getting to you. I know he's getting to me. Will you call us at 372-1200 and join this enthusiastic group of people that are all supporters of Channel 11? 372-1200.
Well, it won't do any good to get to Billy because she's already a subscriber. Maybe we can sign her up for 3 or 4 years. No, we don't do that. We like you to subscribe and renew because, by the way, those of you whose subscriptions have lapsed, are you a lapsed subscriber? Well, we want you to renew because it's just like a magazine, just like the dial. It'll only come out to you as long as you pay for it. That's not true of the TV station. This is pay TV on the honor system. We know lots of people watch us even though they don't subscribe, and that's what we're trying to change. You don't get something for nothing. Those of you who are getting it for nothing, if it continues that way, we'll never get any better. We'll never improve. We'll never increase our broadcast hours to maybe 19 or 20 or 24 hours a day, or maybe we can be on, well, we can't be on more than 24 hours, but we'd like to shoot for that. And believe me, there's a possibility. And if the funds are available, that'll happen too. You're the one who makes it all happen. You are the key to comedy programs on 11, and the only way you can fulfill your obligation is to make that phone call and subscribe. Now, we're not going to keep you waiting any longer. Tonight's Monty Python program will deal with the statements, "You're no fun anymore," nothing personal. That's the statement that will be dealt with throughout the program. You will also see a long science fiction drama in which creatures from another planet are mysteriously turning people into Scotsmen. I hope Johnny Kerr doesn't watch this segment. I think he's in England. If he does, we're only kidding, John. He's too big for all of us. 372-1200 is our number. Stay tuned. The Pythons are next.
Hi, I'm Rance Crane, editor-in-chief of Crane Chicago Business. And because my viewing time is rather limited, I've got to be fairly selective in what I watch. That's why I'm really proud to be a subscriber to Channel 11. It's really a window to the world for me for education, entertainment, arts, and very informative discussion. I subscribe, won't you?
You're watching WTTW, Channel 11, Chicago.
Monty Python's Flying Circus contains scenes which some people may consider unsuitable for younger or more sensitive viewers.